So there's this new Letgo called Offer Up, and I mean I just got it, but this is more of a Letgo rant that they had to go to Offer Up. And also I want to show you one thing. It also caused this to happen. Yeah, that's just great. I mean, I caused it because I didn't have a stupid case on it because the headphone jack doesn't go in there too well. It looks like it should go in fine. It probably did. In fact, I want to check something. I'm going to be really angry if it doesn't. But yeah, there's this new, so the whole story behind this is that I was handing my dad because he put our refrigerator up there. And it went right in. Before it didn't go in. Oh, I know, it get stuck in there. That was the thing. You get like, yank it out. I'm doing all my might, to not rip it apart, of course. And yeah, it just doesn't. Even if it does work, it's still. See? Stop. You can hear it. So it doesn't work. That was my cousin texting me. Anyways, so that was the case. I handed it to my dad, and he was just like, whoosh. And then of course, the one time it happens, it falls face first, not back. You know, nah, it's even worse. So I have to get a replacement. So I won't be doing that. I won't be buying comics for the foreseeable future because I don't get paid a whole lot, and I'm not working technically. Technically, I get like 2 hours a week, and I'm not working. I couldn't work last week because I was stuck in Maine, and then I thought I would be in Maine on Saturday, but we went a day early. Came home a day early. At least I got those comics that. Oh, and those two Robin ones I already had. It's like I have to write down every single comic I have. For Robins, I should give myself some credit. Not give myself some credit. The opposite of that. I really should have just gone through them all. I had them written down here, but I didn't update it. I think that's what the problem is. Anyways, that is a huge, super long intro. I mean, top 10 list do all the time, so. Anyways, the one thing I really hate about it is I had to waste another, I would say 2 to maybe even 3 hours putting all my comics up. And that's not even everything that's on there. I still have to put my DVD player up there, my books I'm selling, the non-comic book books and the regular books, a couple textbooks. Oh, the gaming chair, I gotta put that back up. That's what I hate. Like, it's Offer Up as part of Letgo. It's like Disney with ESPN and Hulu. It's like having to sign up for Disney Plus, but they make you pay extra to sign up for Hulu and ESPN, but it's extra. Like, if you were to get it individually, it would be less expensive, I guess is what you're saying. I don't know how to exactly explain it, because that was a terrible way of explaining it. I just had Disney Plus in my mind, I guess. I don't know. It's like, better choice. It's like they make a new YouTube app, but you have to start all over on your channel. That's exactly what it's like. And it's like you'd be part of this other app. So it should have carried over. And I was using the same account too. I remember what account I was using because back when I was Simpsons fan, I had signed up with that account, the account that I'm using for YouTube, and the Tyler guy, watched the other Letgo rant. I forget which one it is. It's either part 1, part 2. How we watch them. If you haven't watched the first 2, you should probably watch the first 2 instead of going to part 3. I will start putting part 2 and part 1 in the description because I make a lot of videos. But anyways, it makes no sense. Like, you're part of Letgo. It's insane because now I have to do all those things. I have to put the gaming chair back on. I have to put the books back on. It's not just like, oh, I take a picture of a box, say, hey, there's these many comics in it. No, I can't do that. I have to take a picture of each individual comic. And what's better about that one, the one good thing about it is I hadn't done the DC books yet. And I just got to do that. So everything I'm selling for comics is now on Letgo, or Offer Up. It's local, so I don't know if I can share it with you guys. I know YouTube, obviously, is worldwide, so somebody can be in Kenya right now. or Oregon. You guys should put in the comments what state you live in. And your address. Don't actually do that. I'm curious to know where my subscribers live. Just in general, where every subscriber lives. Like, not every single subscriber, like of a multi-million channel, like a subscriber channel, but like for mine, like I would like to know each of you that watch my videos where you live, like the state, obviously, not the address. So, all in all, it's a better app. It's one of those things where they change everything, so it took a little bit while to get used to, but because I was uploading 14 billion things, which I guess is a sort of subtle way of getting you used to the new app, I guess. But you know, you could do is just I wouldn't want to have them do that. They have to do like the walkthrough, whatever you call it. So, I mean, I'll probably make a part 4 or maybe part 2, I guess, because technically, actually, it is a separate app because you can't have all your listings from Letgo on the same account carry over to OfferUp. Another good thing about it, like one of the very few good things about it, is that I did sell a lot of the Spider-Man and Deadpool ones, which I had in the Marvel lot. So to go, well, actually, I sold a Spider-Man, and some of them were in other ones, like miscellaneous Marvels. It's like a crossover or something. I think I did get rid of some that wasn't just Spider-Man, or whatever. But I had one separate Spider-Man I marked that as sold. Same with the Deadpool one. So I guess it didn't really matter. But my point is that I think there were a couple that were in other like miscellaneous lots. They'd have to go into the lot and say, this one I sold, this one I sold too, and because they can't see, they'll have to zoom in and really look in, and it's blurry, so they can't really see at all. So I guess that's one good thing. It's very complicated, I know, but basically it boils down to it's even though it doesn't make up for all the bad stuff, there is certain good things about having to put all the listings back up. But another thing I hate is that because they have so many of one character, I have one comic that's worth like $2 and one that I want $4 out of it's worth $4. So I know it's gonna be one idiot who's like, "Oh, this comic's not worth that much." I mean, I wouldn't blame him. What I would blame him for is I have a Batman comic that's worth like $55, and I would blame him if he said, those all 50. Each and every Batman is not worth 55. Only one of them's worth 55. I didn't look at the description, because that's what you should look at. And I the only thing I wouldn't blame him for is if he doesn't know how to, because it is a new app for everybody. And it was pretty cool, the refrigerators. My dad's selling a refrigerator, and the guy got right back to him, back to me. I don't know why he didn't just download his own OfferUp app. Like, it's his thing. I'm not getting the money out of it. And even though this isn't the point, and the point is I should have had a fucking case, I would have a broken iPhone, a cracked iPhone screen now. Just look at that. It's so hard reading, like, text and stuff. I don't know how you guys do it that have cracked phone cases. For whatever reason, I can't see it. I see it better, like, maybe because of my vision. I see it better cracked here than here. Like, I get a better feel for it, like, looking at it itself. And it could also be, you know, just an obvious thing that I just don't understand. But, yeah, unless I miraculously sell things on OfferUp, I don't think I'm going to have many comics to sell. I'm not going to have, you know, more comic hauls for a little bit. I don't know how long. It's $75 to get a replacement screen, and I don't know if it's a good idea to get a replacement kit, which is much, much cheaper. I just don't know if that's what my dad wants me to do. Because, you know, it was my fault that I broke it, and I deserve to have to pay it the full price. That's my life. 2020 has just been the worst year for everybody. I don't think anybody has had a good, solid 2020. And I don't mean like I'm saying that mine was comparable. Like, I'm not saying that Like, mine was the worst, obviously not. There's been people that have had way worse 2020s than me. Like, there's people I'm related to who have had way worse 2020s than I have. So I know firsthand that there's people with worse shit to deal with out there. Yeah, don't get that implication. I obviously, I mean, compared to other shit that's been happening with people, not just related to me, like people in general, I would rather have a cracked phone, keep my cracked phone case, cracked phone case phone, than have any of that shit happen to me. I'm lucky, yes, sort of. I mean, the thing I always think about is this: yes, life could be a hell of a lot worse, but it could also be a hell of a lot better. They could have made an unbreakable iPhone that I realized that the newer ones are less fragile, but they should have done this right off the bat. This is iPhone 6, not an iPhone 5, not an iPhone 4. I understand that the 4 was super breakable. They just needed to take notes from Nokia. Make a smartphone that's as breakable as a Nokia phone. I didn't say anything about how breakable those phones are. Alright, I've prattled on enough. I'm gonna end the video. It's only 11 minutes, but it should have been shorter. I'm not gonna do a second cut though. I think I didn't check that 15-minute video with the comment call. Because unscripted, I don't have an actual script. But and I would have edited this out, but I was like, oh, I don't know if I'll upload this. Yeah. And it's kind of like, that's the one good thing about editing. Not on editing, is to get like the unedited, unaltered, uncut version of my videos. Yeah, I know. I should probably edit my videos, shouldn't I? And get a microphone. I hope I'm talking loud enough, because I don't want to do this again. Oh my god, of course I want to do this again. More excuses to make more videos. I don't know if I'll do another reading recommendation. I don't know. This is also a quick update video, too. It's a Letgo rant and the quick update video. The whole phone thing. Yeah, because I've done a lot of those reading recommendation videos, and I hate to say it, but there's only so many books I've read of my comics, and I don't know which ones I've already done, so you might not be seeing me upload for a while, which, I mean, not like I was getting views anyways, or comments. I was getting some comments. The last comment I remember is from that guy I thought was Logan, the derp guy, and he was like, oh, you should get a mic. I was like, yeah, I know I should. I might live stream with my cousin. That'd be kind of neat. Kind of nice to do, but he does have, he has school, so it would have to be over the weekend. Even though it might have to be over the weekend anyways, because his mom works at home during the week. And she doesn't like to have anyone sleep over. Because, we can't be super quiet. I could be, but it's also kind of like going inside and outside the doors, not knowing how loud you are, having to be super quiet, Yeah, it's one thing to do it in a video where I don't want people to know that my parents to know I did YouTube, which is a weird thing, but not that, I don't want them to know, it's just I'm embarrassed to show them my videos. It was hard enough with the movie Madness. I didn't even watch that with them. I would have died of embarrassment if I had to do that. It's not that I think my videos are embarrassing. It's just like how that stigma that everyone else has is that the minute they upload something, they're like, wow, that's the stupidest thing I've ever uploaded. It's also the whole thing where the worst critic is yourself. That's why we have people to tell us that we're doing good, or else we wouldn't do anything else. Alright, I've gone on long enough, 14 minutes. I'm just gonna end it here. I probably won't. I like talking. That's why I wish that maybe more live streams, maybe a reading recommendation. Maybe I'll do a comic haul of comics you haven't seen yet, or do a complete collection. I don't know. It seemed to work good with my Simpsons ones. Maybe we'll do more of those Blu-rays. I've watched a few more. I think I've rewatched 2 of the videos because I watched some movies in Maine. And we'll do DVDs, not just Blu-rays. It'll be a big video film, put it into several parts. I don't know. it's not going to be for. I hope it won't be longer than a month. I hope a month from now, or even less, if I get that. I convinced my dad to convince. I don't think it's like convincing. He just didn't seem very convinced that I should get a repair kit and should instead get a replacement screen. Best thing is that I have a protective screen on the iPad, but I don't have one on the iPhone. Actually, it's a hand-me-down from him. So it's his fault. It's not my fault. Obviously, it's a joke. Alright, that's the end.